is going on with y'all, man? It is Black Balloon, and I'm coming back with another video. So y'all already know what's going on, man. All right, y'all. We got to talk about this real quick. Y'all already know why I'm posting this video. Y'all can see Rich Homie Quan and Young Thug on the screen. For those of y'all that don't know, because I know this is very early, and usually I don't jump to do videos this quick, but as soon as I saw this, I immediately thought about what's been going on in the Young Thug trial, right? I watch the trial every other day just to listen to it, see what's going on. It's pretty entertaining. And I couldn't help but notice what recently transpired with the situation with Rich Homie Quan and Lil Woody testifying the other day about Rich Homie Quan's dad barbershop being shot up here in Atlanta a few years ago, right? Now, in today's news, Rich Homie Quan has supposedly passed away from an OD. We don't have any further details. Just off of doing some searching through a bunch of comments and, you know, people who say they are close to the situation, someone says a bad pill is probably what it was and that it was lace, right? Blah, blah, blah. Instantly, I thought about the fact, now I want to do this video, I want to do it quick, I don't want to make it too long, and we got to listen to the clip from the trial where Lil Woody was talking about Rich Homie Quan's dad barbershop being shot up. Now, Rich Homie Quan also just talked about this maybe a couple days ago in an interview he did. He said that Lil Woody, he stretched the situation. It didn't happen as drastic as Lil Woody talked about. And he seemed a little tense when he talked about it, right? But I don't believe in coincidences. To me, coincidences don't exist in this world. It's hard for me to believe that his name is just circling the internet through this trial, and all of a sudden, a week later, a few days later, he ODs. To me, it doesn't make sense. So I just wanted to tell y'all that real quick for the people that don't know, because like I said, I'm super early, but I wanted to get on here and drop a video immediately because I questioned it right off back, and it's already people hitting me up like, ain't no way. So with that being said, y'all, look, we're going to watch just a short clip of Lil Woody bringing up the whole Rich Homie situation in the trial. Then I'll show y'all how Rich Homie Quan responded. Then I'll come back and just talk a little bit more. And if this, gets updated to an official narrative of how he died, we'll talk about it a little bit more. But for now, check this out.
I'm going to ask you about the shooting of Rich Homie Quan's father's barbershop. Okay? Is that okay?
No.
Okay, well, I got to do it. You're aware that Rich Homie Quan's father does own a barbershop in Atlanta, correct?
I guess.
Okay. 2014, someone shot up Rich Homie Quan's father's barbershop, correct?
I guess.
Okay. And this was a big deal. Rich Homie Quan, at least at that time, was a well-known rapper.
I'm listening.
Okay. And Rich Homie Quan was trying to find answers to who shot up his father's barbershop, correct?
That's
he came to you for answers.
All right.
You knew Rich Homie Quan, right?
Something like that.
Okay. And he came to you for answers, and he told you that he thought Trevante Turner threat shot up his father's barbershop.
Right.
And you took it upon yourself to convince Rich Homie Quan that it was not threat.
Right.
And you did that, at least partially, because you knew that Rich Homie Quan was thinking about putting money on Threat's head, correct?
I'm listening.
And when I say money on Threat's head, taking out a contract to have to have Trevante Turner, Threat, killed.
I'm listening.
$25,000, right?
I'm listening.
Okay. On January 28th, 2015, you were asked by investigator Dennis about the shooting of Rich Homie Quan's father's barbershop, correct?
You said when?
January 28th, 2015, during the interviews that we've been talking about.
All right.
Okay? The interviews that you've said you lied in, right?
Uh-huh.
Basically shooting up your dad's barbershop.
What is a liar? The barbershop did get shot up, but it wasn't like, I don't want to talk much to it, but it wasn't like he has over exaggerated it, because the same day the barbershop got shot up, it was up and running. So it couldn't have been like what he said it was. So we're gonna hold that down. Shout out to Woody. But niggas know.
Okay, yeah, absolutely.
Now, I'm not insinuating that either of those clips says that they're about to sacrifice Rich Homie Quan. But this is just for context and the fact that coincidences don't exist. There's no way a bone in my body will believe that his name just came up in court. He just responded to the situation. Now, all of a sudden, Rich Homie Quan ODs. Now, I don't know what people do when they, a long time. He never gave off the vibe that he does a lot of drugs. Rich Homie Quan has talked about being depressed, but who doesn't talk about that? Maybe he does some pills every now and then. Maybe so. Who knows? He never gave off that vibe to me. But I think it's safe to say something very fishy is going on here. When Thug first got locked up, Lil Key died maybe a week or two later. And now as this trial is starting to come to an end, because the new judge said that she wants this trial to be over by February of next year. Now all of a sudden Rich Homie Quan is dead. So something is not making sense right now. And it seems like that Rich Homie Quan somehow became expendable. And that another soul has been collected. Now, if y'all want to know the relevance and what the shooting of Rich Homie Quan's dad barbershop has to do with anything, I think it goes like this, right? So, y'all heard in the clip with Woody, right? Threat, if I'm not mistaken, the guy that he said, or that Rich Homie Quan said shot the barbershop up was Threat. If I'm not mistaken, Threat is YSL, right? So I don't know the complete details, but this is why the stuff is coming out in trial, because anything that has to do with YSL that happened back in 2015 is going to come up. Why? Because Big Nut died in 2015. Y'all remember, we did a video on the death of Big Nut. We covered a couple other people in YSL as well. We also covered them sacrificing goats and all that stuff some people in YSL was doing, because I think one of them was found by the police. He was literally sacrificing goats right before they arrested him. Wild story, right? So if I'm not mistaken, that's where that story comes from. And it all ties back to Big Nut, Rich Gang, Birdman, and, basically Big Nut having like some kind of quality control or deal with Rich Homie Quan. All the stuff that was going on with Rich Gang, and the reason why Rich Homie Quan didn't continue making music with Thug was because they killed Big Nut. It's just a lot of stuff. The backstory is deep, and it's a bunch of different, things to know about it before you could really get to the truth, because it's just so scattered. A lot of stuff happened around that whole Rich Gang movement, and them basically trying to like get the rights to all the music and have Rich Homie Quan be officially a part of Rich Gang, and managed by Birdman back then. So even watching the case as much as I have, you still don't know all the information about it, but that's where this stuff stems from. Now, why the guy shot up the barbershop, I'm not sure. Maybe it was to send a message. Who knows? That reason has not been confirmed. At least I haven't heard so. I'm very early. I don't have any other news. All they said was a possible OD. But who wouldn't put together the fact that all of this stuff just came out about Rich Homie Quan? But who wouldn't put it together the fact that they were just talking about the situation when his dad's barbershop got shot up? He's circling back around the internet, and now all of a sudden, he OD'd. This is natural stuff to question. Even if y'all don't believe in this kind of stuff with the industry, this is natural. This is something natural that you question to be very fishy. It doesn't make sense. The timing is right along with him possibly being sacrificed. And I'm from this city. I'm from Atlanta. So, it hits here quick. Like, people get to going quick. Like, we gonna be questioning what's going on immediately. But y'all already know me. I do that with anybody that's involved in the industry. But I had to jump on this immediately. Like I said, that's all the news that's out there. Y'all let me know what y'all think about this in the comments. I'm not gonna keep dragging it on because y'all already see what's going on here. If things do come out in more detail, I'll definitely be sure to make another video talking about it, because something is telling me we're definitely going to be back and talking about this situation again. All truth will be revealed. And I'm definitely feeling like some really questionable stuff is going to come out soon. So with that being said, y'all, let me know what y'all think about this in the comments. Once again, it's Black Balloon, and I'm going to see y'all soon. I'm out.